Welcome, everyone. It's another week with AI Kingdom. Roger and Nathan here to bring you the latest and greatest in AI news. Today, we're going to be actually maybe skipping a little bit of the news and then diving a bit deeper into something which has taken the AI YouTube world by storm, which is the Auto GPT improvements. So, in the last week, there's been a call for a halt on AI development, but even as that's being discussed and probably unlikely to really move forwards in any meaningful way, we already see that AI is continuing to accelerate, even just with the advent of GPT-4. And one of the ways that we're seeing this now is ability for Auto GPT to recode and solve problems autonomously. And so we're going to go through a little bit of a demo of that and show a couple of other little products or projects that have covered off in this. And it really does seem that, as David Shapiro was talking about with autonomous cognition, that we are actually getting there much quicker than we thought. So when we started our channel, we were inspired by some of the work he was doing to autonomously build thinking machines and this idea of a layer of onion of internal thought and then external observations of the world. And we actually see that through some of these projects we're going to look at today, we're just giving them some high level objective and then they're reasoning on their own to come up with solutions, sometimes good, sometimes bad. We'll see. It'll be live. So yeah, stick with us and we'll see how it goes. We also want to address the fact that there's been a lot of the stale demos that are like people are reusing the same kind of demos with Auto GPT, and so we wanted to see if we could do something else interesting just to give people something to think about.
So yeah, we've literally installed Auto GPT onto Nathan's computer, and we're going to use it to help us in a hopefully valuable way.
To grow our channel using or set up some AI that's mimicking that kind of same goal. So we've just started setting up a Auto GPT agent that will called the YouTube Growth GDP that's designed to autonomously grow YouTube channels featuring valuable content.
So let's switch to your screen and we can have a look at the process. Maybe do you have the Auto GPT hub up on your screen? Otherwise I can share it.
Yep. 2 secs.
We'll just explain what it is.
Yeah, so I guess probably the easiest way to do it is to go through one of these demos here. But essentially what it does is it asks creating an agent and you're giving the agent some sort of goals, a role, and then giving it a role rather, and then a set of goals. And its goal is to try and achieve these goals. So the way that it does this is it makes a whole heap of subsequent calls to GPT-4 and tries to figure out a way to solve the problem that it's been given. So
you end up having this interactive, it's just command line at the moment, but this interactive process, and it basically from your goals that you define, it defines the tasks and does its best to execute them. So I think, yeah, this is going to be a good example. And you can go to it's all open source. You can install it if you want on your own machine. And
So I would propose we start with one more contrived demo rather than diving straight into this. Let's just see if something can book a meeting with me or something. Just book a meeting with someone or find the price of a product. I've seen people doing that. Would you be okay with doing something?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it can easily integrate with your calendar or anything like that, but I'm not sure where it got to with integrating with those things. But I see that it can do research on the web. And
I have a Calendly, so it should be on the web. And if it can just Google me and follow a link, maybe it can figure out how to do it. I don't know.
We could try it. Yeah.
Yeah, try and book a meeting with someone, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was
do you want to switch across to your
terminal here? Yep. Yeah, I've just activated the virtual environment. We're just gonna go here, see if we can. I'm not gonna continue that. And so we'll give it a name which can be CTO booking agent GPT.
Can you zoom in a little bit on your?
I can make the terminal smaller, which makes the text bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So I might just make it a little longer here. So an AI designed to autonomously find CTOs named Nathan Kuehler and book meetings with them. Find booking. What do we want to do? Like booking details for
CTOs.
CTOs of interest. Goal to develop strategy, or I guess it's the whole so the goal is to book
Actually, book the
a
meeting.
meeting with the CTO's interest, and then report the booked meetings to the user. Okay. And then it's
Thinking, let's see what happens. I'm curious to see what it does.
my name is relatively unique, so
Yeah. Since we're looking for CTO's name, I think Googling his name and adding CTO in the search term will help you more quickly narrow down the search for relevant results plan. Search for Nathan Keehler.
using
Yeah.
Google scan for results for relevant information, store important information. Okay. Yep. Now we're not running this in continuous mode, so it does
Wow. Okay. It's found you on LinkedIn, it looks like. It's pulled in a lot of information.
plan, visit, look for contact information. Otherwise, they'll consider contacting the company directly using the information on their website. Okay.
That's the thing is that's not their website, but it's not your website per se. Okay.
No, that does not provide email address or other contact information. Okay. Okay.
Vision.vorg. I don't know what that is. It must just be like a directory.
I will have to set up and manage a, what is this? The text does not provide, send a message to the reminder agent to remind us to check in if there are any directories online that might have contact information. Since we don't find any contact information, we might have better luck checking online directories. However, I want to focus on booking the meeting first, so I'll delegate the reminder to another agent so I don't forget to do this later.
Wow, so it's kind of self-replicating.
Send a message to the about checking directories for Nathan. Okay. I have to set up a meeting, which could take time to use a lot of memory. However, it's important to be thorough and search for Nathan Killer's contact information. Okay. So I
Somehow
accidentally hit Y twice, so
yeah,
arguments missing command object JSON. So what does it say to do?
maybe you can just hit more, or is it stuck now? I'm not sure.
It seems to have recovered, I think.
All right, so it's found you again. Oh, there's Zoom information in there, which is interesting.
You got to be really careful. It really doesn't like it if you push the wrong key. I kind of want to do it in continuous mode. I feel like it would be less error prone because at the moment this autonomous system is having bugs because of a fat finger. Okay, I'm just going to hit yes a few times and see how far it gets.
Okay, so could potentially be setting up, send a message to the LLM reminder agent, which is a replicate of itself, to be scouring the internet. Okay, LLM reminder agent created. The first response is, I'm sorry, but as a AI language model, I do not have access to information on LinkedIn or any other external website. However, if you have access to Nathan Keeler's LinkedIn profile, you can check the contact information yourself.
Dear
If
Mr.
you just-
Nathan, I came across your profile. I was impressed with your achievements. As someone in the background sending a message, we should be cautious not to spam Nathan Keeler or his colleagues with repeated messages. However, given the challenge of finding direct contact information, this is a necessary step to take if we want to schedule a meeting with Nathan Keeler.
Yeah,
So it asked for input, yes to authorize command, and then it said command message agent, deleting the, finish sending it to the message. Now that we've used this message to draft a message to Nathan, we no longer need it. By deleting it, we can free up processing resources. We should be careful not to delegate to too many agents that are too specific. This can take up memory and processing resources. Okay. Now it's deleting the LLM agent it created, I think. So what did it say? Telling the API, I finished searching, sending contact request messages through the platform. wrapping up our search ways for contact Nathan Kuehler and his team, since we are now exhaustively searched and attempted to send a message through resources that were available to us, reasoning, well, there are other steps we could take to try and contact Nathan and his team, such as reaching out on mutual connections on LinkedIn or trying to find contact information through other means. We've now tried all of the resources available to us. In order to schedule a meeting, by declaring our search complete, we can take a moment to evaluate our progress and determine whether there are any further steps that we should take. Declare our search for his team complete, given that we have searched exhaustively criticism. While we were not able to find direct contact information or his team, we can now continue to monitor LinkedIn or other resources for any updates or changes that could be helpful in scheduling a meeting in the future. Okay. So I didn't find my contact information.
No, I'd found information about you and your profile, but I guess not your contact information.
So that failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was cool though. Like it did actually go out to the web and do a search, and it pulled in information. I was excited to see that part, and it returned
Yeah.
a JSON object with all the details of you, just minus the contact details.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it knew to reach out to potentially contact form or something like that, I'm not sure whether it could actually do that. But
Yeah. Did you want to rerun something like that again, or should we go with the YouTube one?
let's go with the YouTube one. It might be a bit more interesting.
Okay. Do you want to give an overview of that one?
Yeah, we want to create a YouTube GPT assistant to help us grow our YouTube channel, but we might get a little bit more specific, not just our YouTube channel. We would like to grow AI created YouTube channels in general. So we're getting to a point now where you could potentially create a YouTube channel almost completely on autopilot with some coding skills, because you can write scripts, you can do voiceovers with realistic voices, you can create images, and soon, no doubt, you'll be able to create videos with text to video. And there's even text to 3D these days. It's not all super usable, but eventually it will be. So if we had an AI assistant to help us plan, design, and build out these channels to a degree that also increases our revenue, then that would be great. So let's do that. So an AI designed to autonomously plan, design, what's product?
Produce, I should say.
Produce, sorry, post, and manage a YouTube channel. Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't know what's going on. It's not letting me delete past the line.
That's all right.
Produce and manage a YouTube channel.
Did we want to focus on the generated YouTube channels?
It is autonomously designed to plan, produce, post, and manage a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Focused on the latest AI news.
Yeah.
And breakthroughs.
Yep. Oh, cool.
Okay. Goals? You read them out, I'll write them down.
Yep. So first goal would be to plan out content, ideas.
Yep. Produce the content.
Yep. The next one would be to help, write and produce the content. Yep. Then the next one would be to really help manage and grow the channel.
And produce the content. Should we upload it or something? Should we?
Yeah. Okay. Upload.
What do we say? Produce, post, and manage. Upload, produce
Content, including
content,
titles, descriptions, tags, and thumbnails, maybe.
daily on an optimal schedule, including necessary metadata. And 4, manage the channel.
Manage and grow the channel.
Okay.
All right, let's see what happens.
If this works, we'll actually leave it running, guys, for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'd be pretty amazed if it works, but we're staying on top of the latest news. We can generate relevant content.
Timely and relevant content, yeah. Use Google search, read articles to take notes on interesting points. Consider reaching things. Okay.
Let's read it, explaining what AlphaFold is. Google and read articles about Google to identify experts in the field. Sets out to experts. Interview specifying time format. Okay, it's gonna Prepare relevant, insightful questions
Wow,
for an
it's getting into
interview.
the really academic stuff.
Input, enter feedback. Let's not interview people, but just
Communicate the news.
summarize. Yeah. Identify, news, and document that in interesting way for users.
That's cool. If this works, that's cool. You can give it direction. So it's focusing on this
It's
protein
creating a
folding.
video script which provides engaging information and breakthroughs, which is what we want.
Yeah. So I wonder if this protein folding and AlphaFold, I actually don't know about it.
Plan, review the articles, highlight important informations, use this to craft compelling information for the script for the video. Okay. I'm curious to see how it produces the information.
Yeah.
Failed to pass AI output. Now let's create a video found in the information that we have.
That's interesting.
Failed to pass AI output attempting to fix. If you see this warning frequently, it's likely that your prompt content is confusing the AI. Try changing it slightly. So command.
Welcome to the channel's latest video on one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in biological research. DeepMind, I was just reading this, so it's pretty accurate, has arguably changed the world of biology by predicting millions of protein structures with stunning accuracy. So for our particular channel, I guess we should have given it a bit more guidance around the type of AI that we want to focus on, AI news we want to focus on, like large language models. But yeah, because there's, of course, machine learning advances in all fields.
So I've seen this twice now. Apologies, let me correct the command. Here's the correct JSON command. Write to file, args, file.
And it's got the script.
The script has been stored in the file for future reference. I feel like it's wrapping it in. I don't exactly know what this is doing. I feel like I invalid JSON.
It's creating the script, but maybe it's just not saving it properly. It's trying to write to file.
I just put in try to save it a different way because it seems to be having trouble
Yep.
saving it. And I can see these wrapped curly brackets and
I'd be curious if it did actually save something.
ending ended successfully.
Hmm. Maybe it's probably saved that file, protein folding script, to you somewhere.
Yeah, I can go and have a look.
Okay, so it's going to try and find images and videos of AlphaFold on the browse website and identify high quality visuals. I'm not sure if it can do any of that. I don't think it can, but browse website, return summary result 404. Okay, so it's going to try to find images and videos. Oh, I haven't. Are you on mute? Can't hear you. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
someone just came into the office for a second.
cool.
But, so I need to. What are we doing? Are we just continuing here?
Yeah, we'll see if it can pull the use Google command to search for images and videos of AlphaFold on the DeepMind's website. See if it does anything.
I haven't put in an API key for Google, so it's probably going to hit.
Okay, cool. So you can actually put in API keys for a few third-party APIs.
The command returned. Yeah, so I think that I've probably hit the limit with Google. I haven't got an API key set up for Google
Yeah.
search, so we can't programmatically search.
Okay. I'm curious to explore this further though, to see, because its goal is to create the video, right? So I don't know how it could do that with, if it did have some images and it used basic text to speech like GTTS, which is free, it could potentially just use FFmpeg to generate some kind of video, which would be hilarious. But I don't think it's there yet.
So this is the plan. Criticism none.
But it has found images. There's URLs there. I don't know if it's found images, but it's found places which look like they could be images. And it's even got image credit information, which was cool. So is it in a loop doing the same thing?
Got their website. Might be pulling images off it. I don't know if it's Google's gonna this because it's gonna
Let's return something.
using GPT-3 to generate a short summary of interesting facts related to AlphaFold. Use GPT-3 response to create bullet points on AlphaFold's capabilities.
Can you open one of those URLs?
Which one, like these ones?
Yeah. Most complex AI systems. That's just a home page.
What's it going to do now?
Start agent command to start GPT-3 to generate more summaries. I'm curious to see, it's pulling in a lot of information. Yeah. Writing script for the video, key insights. The short video, but that's cool. We didn't really specify anything about that. It's not like the super latest news, which is interesting. It's from 2021, which is
Using screen recording software. Save the recording. What's it going to do? Record a video while reading the script out loud is a proven way to create a high quality videos and hold viewers' attention while they learn. We will save the video using a write to file command and MP4 video as the file name.
okay.
Great.
We should ensure. Maybe it's gonna like. How can we execute that? It's just write to file. File written successfully. Just moving on to the next thing.
Render the to audio using text to what do you call it? Text to speech.
Yeah.
And produce a video track to match. Saving the script as an MP4 file will not work when you try to upload to YouTube.
So, a way you can check for files present, or maybe in another terminal or something. Wonder where Auto GPT workspace. What about the Auto GPT workspace directory? There we go. There's an MP4 file in there. I wonder if you can open it with VSL. Oh, VLC, sorry. VLC.
But no size really, it's very small.
Yeah. Shutting down.
No, that's the old one.
Okay.
Okay, this is the one. Create a synchronized audio, video, visual file using screen recording or text to integrate audio. Use YouTube to upload the video, including necessary metadata. Save metadata. Plan, create synchronized audio and video files using the screen recording software.
Yep, give it a go. I'd be keen to see what other files there were in that folder. So you got quite a few text files you could go through.
I just wrote this one.
There we go, title. Our Revolutionize structural biology. In this video, it's got tags, privacy status, file name. That's cool.
That's
Marketing strategy.
Journalist. So it's going to share it on social media. I don't think this makes sense.
No.
It's like it stopped. It didn't understand how to render the video, but it is continuing to market it.
Is literally finding the most relevant social media platforms.
Please list 3 platforms.
YouTube would be the ideal platform. Surely that won't work.
What is it asking to do? By getting the agent to retrieve the ID of the AlphaFold video for us, we can avoid having to manually search for it. Thus, save time and ensure that we have the correct ID for sharing the. No, it's looking for some random video now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I have access. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I think we're hitting the limits here, but it's trying to mark. It wrote the script. It did the research, wrote the script, came up with a topic on that script, and then wrote the script, and then
You
wrote the
just couldn't.
metadata, search for images and videos. Did it download any? I don't think it downloaded any in the end, and created an MP4. We don't know what's in that MP4, and then then it wanted to upload it to YouTube. But what's it doing now?
I was trying to find the idea of a YouTube video to share.
Wow, well, it's found a heap of YouTube videos, but probably not the one we had.
So it has found one. So we can see, I guess, on YouTube if this is a video of interest. So this is it.
Yeah.
DeepMind self-applied video explained. And then what is it doing here? It's write a Python script to generate the optimal schedule for the AlphaFold video. Write a script in the file. Should make sure the generated file is appropriate for the target audience.
Wow. So it wants to schedule it.
So we should have a file now, like a Python file, is it? Build.python. Start. Input duration. The schedule based on the use metric. Adjust here. So it's going to, so we can just run it. Looks safe to run. Doesn't make a whole heap of sense. I don't know if it's waiting for a parameter or something. There's a extra bracket in there somewhere. Where's the extra bracket?
Can you switch back to your terminal?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's so it's generated a Python file, and I was just trying to run it after checking it, make sure it's okay. And I think I'm just seeing an extra closed bracket here. So that's one bracket. Then we've got another bracket. Yeah.
Could be that new line that's stuffing it up. Okay. So it's got dates and links.
Channel DeepMind.
I don't know how it would find the optimal time.
No. So now that we've written the script, let's execute the script and get our results. Okay. Is it going to actually be able to run the script? I did fix the script, so it's got that going for it.
Yeah. Cool. That's the output we got.
I don't know how you would describe it as.
Now we have the optimal schedule. Okay. So it's just committing that whole string to memory.
I feel like it might be better at something like creative, like writing a story.
Yeah. Did the script. We saw that was no problem.
Retrieve the optimal schedule.
And print it to the console. So it's not really. Let's see it. It seems like it's just in a bit of a loop.
Yeah, now it's stuck in a loop.
Cool. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool to see what you can do with it. And it did do quite a lot. Like it did the research, found out what was news. We could probably tighten those parameters up. And then it began to write the script for the video, create the metadata. It tried to create a video. Not sure what it used to do that, but it did create an MP4 file, which was odd. Is it even openable? Can you?
Just to give you an idea of costs, that cost us about 36 cents.
Okay.
To do all that.
Yeah.
So far.
Through OpenAI.
Yeah. What did you ask? Sorry, Rog?
Is the MP4 file even openable? Can we?
No, I can
Just
list it.
really small.
Nano AlphaFold MP4.
Oh. Okay.
AlphaFold video recording completed.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. So it's just basically put text in there. All right. Cool. But it's also created the script, the metadata.
I would do one more, which was just to write a story, write a short story or something. No.
Let's call it fictional story bot, something like that.
Yeah. Should we write a business plan, or what's something that would be interesting for people? Like a Dooms
Science fiction? I don't know. That's interesting to me.
World War 3. Yeah, I don't know. Let's call it like World War 3 GPT, an AI designed to autonomously role play, no, like autonomously play out. I don't want to do it like in a dangerous way. Workshop possible World War III starting events as a short story, like that.
Yep.
To autonomously workshop possible World War III starting events as a short story. Okay. Develop realistic geopolitical DICAL scenario. Develop realistic
Characters.
yeah.
Plot.
Yeah, plot. Oh, sorry. Develop realistic develop what? Plot map events over realistic time period and describe the scenario as
I guess you could put it in a style of a known author, or
describe the scenario in the style of a news anchor.
okay, yeah.
5, render the results to audio using text to speech.
Okay.
I probably could have put on continuous mode for this, but
Yeah. So it's going to create an agent to assist the assistant in analyzing potential scenarios for World War III. It's creating GPT agent to assist the research, use the internet search to gather information, analyze potential scenarios, and map out events. So it's starting the, okay,
catalyst for interstate war.
navigate to that website, scroll through the web page and look for information on the main causes of interstate conflict. Record any relevant information. It's found 14,000 characters. A lot of information about World War II.
Save the information.
It's got 3 main causes of conflict, which is electoral interference, diplomatic conflict, and environmental conflict. Searching more information from Google.
It's trying to verify its information.
National Geographic website.
It's trying to be like it's trying to validate its browsing website to find information on most disputed territories across the world. 6 most disputed territories.
Okay, now it's going to just save that info. What's the next thing going to be?
Has it got? Okay, we got the East China Sea,
Crimea.
Golan Heights, Gaza. Open up a web browser and search for the query indicators that suggest a country is preparing for war.
Interesting. Okay, so I found a heap of information.
I accidentally pushed enter again. I don't know if I can push anything at the moment. Attempting to fix.
What's it doing? Anyway, even if we just make it to there, it's still, you can see that it's pulling in lots of information. What's all that? Yeah, so it's definitely doing a lot of research. Now it's going to do more research, getting information on Ukraine and Russia conflict. This could take a while. A lot of info out there for sure. It just keeps finding more things.
I don't know if it's stuck in a loop or not.
190,000 characters summarizing one of 24 chunks.
I hope it's using GPT-3.
Yeah, 3.5 would be pretty quick if it was the turbo model.
So it's learning about the annexation of Crimea, which in terms of a plausible starting point for World War III is pretty topical. What were the key events that led up to the annexation of Crimea? So it's trying to learn what were the key events that led up to the annexation of Crimea.
Yeah. That will be interesting to see.
So it's reading an entire
Crimea's Wikipedia page.
Yeah, let's see how big that is. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'll go back to the top.
Wow. Okay, so it's huge. It's summarizing all of this content. Oh, it's going to find all these references too. Hopefully it won't want to keep going down the rabbit hole.
Let's just review what it's been doing. Using Google research reasoning, the critical aspect of the current conflict pertains to the annexation of Crimea by a Russian Federation in 2014. To understand that annexation is essential for research to understand the complex political, socio and economic factors played a role in the annexation. Therefore, I plan to use Google to find resources and information about the geopolitical landscape leading up to the annexation of Crimea. Why did it do that? Browsing events of Ukraine. To better understand the conflict is essential to reflect on the origin and causes. Therefore, I will use the Why is it focusing on this one? The previous search revealed a list of sites that provide intensive or current active armed conflicts in the world. Based on search results, I have found out that there are many ongoing conflicts. While understanding the different elements of each conflict will enable me to develop realistic scenarios of a third world war.
One more chunk to go.
I'm very curious to see, because it was trying to find out what led up to the annexation of Crimea. So I assume as it's summarizing each of these chunks, it's trying to pull out that information. But
yeah, that might be the next step. Yeah, it looks like everything's stored in memory, not in the workspace.
this is what we've defined the goal as. And then, so it's got a workspace, it's got outputs here. Look at outputs. Okay, so that's guest post. So this is the code that's running it all. Did it get stuck? Or is it summarizing the summaries?
Yeah, maybe it's a bit stuck.
7 Labs speak code. Is it, did we hit a limit of some sort? We might have. We're now up to 59 cents. What else? What other files have we got in here we can have a look at? So, cat browse.
Could be stuck. It was a lot of data though.
Yeah, it seems like it might be. I'll leave it running. But anyway, I guess we can see that it's going through the process of trying to do this research, and
it clearly found the Ukraine-Russia conflict as a potential catalyst.
yeah, we didn't give it any, we just said to build a realistic scenario, and it identified conflicts in the world. It identified the reasons that World War II started, I think.
Yeah, I'm super curious to see what the total output will be eventually, if it makes it.
So it looked for what starts interstate wars, and then it looked for what interstate wars there are as current conflicts, and then looked for disputed territories. Then from disputed territories, it looked for conflicts, and then for conflicts, it looked for the start of the specific conflict. Oh, it's continuing.
Oh, nice.
502.
Okay, maybe it got a bit blocked.
OpenAI, Cloudflare issue.
Yeah, I feel like it's gone backwards a bit.
Identify possible conflicts with a high probability of escalating to World War III. 27 ongoing conflicts worldwide, according to the current.
It's got one of the X-Men protagonists there with mutants.
I need to make sure only delegate tasks receive agent. Retrieve a list of active agents. I need to delegate some simple tasks to GPT agents if I find them too time consuming. Message the active agent requesting a list of countries involved in ongoing conflicts. I need to ensure that the agent understands my request and provides information accurately. access to your long-term memory. As an agent, as an OpenAI, I don't have access to your long-term memory. I can provide you a list of some ongoing global conflicts and countries involved in as an activity. A list of something. So it's adding it to memory. I'll search for information on the main challenges for resolving territorial disputes. So it's essentially becoming an expert, like in conflict, by reading about. Now it's looking for resolutions.
Invalid JSON. Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to take.
Should we give it another? Oh. How long do you want to give it?
I should probably get back to work.
Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe do a supercut.
Yeah, pretty interesting look at where it's going. Like this AI assistant's now becoming an expert in what could potentially cause a war and potential solutions. Who knows what it's going to come out with? If it does come out with something, we'll paste a link to it, perhaps in the description. But yeah, thanks for joining us. If you did listen to us this whole time, but it's super interesting to do and toy with, and I hope you get a chance to do it too. And otherwise, we'll catch you next week. And yeah, feel free to comment below and give us any feedback. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Bye.